Sports. They're an integral part of life for people around the world. There are so many to choose from. Football, soccer, baseball, basketball, so many more.
Sports has been my entire life. Ever since I can remember, I've been doing something with sports, whether it was just watching it, or playing it, or coaching it, or reffing it, or announcing it. Like, I've done pretty much everything you can do. So it's pretty much, it's not all I know, but it's a large part of my life, and it always has been, and it always will be.
I think being a part of a team is something that's a learning experience for everybody. So, I know with the boys soccer team, by the time they're done through here, I've heard a lot of them use the word brotherhood to describe, how they feel about each other and how close they've grown over time.
Some people believe that sports are just games. Others treat them as a way of life. However, sports aren't all fun and games. Everyone gets hurt once in a while, but for an athlete, injuries can have far-reaching consequences that require long periods of physical therapy and even surgery. And not all injuries can be fixed as easily as that. Some types of injuries can't be fixed at all by medicine. Sometimes, injuries can affect the most important organ in the human body, the brain.
I've seen concussions pretty much every way. Personally, I got 2 in lacrosse, I got 1 in basketball, I got 1 skiing, and I got 1 at some freak accident at summer camp in 7th grade. They're tough because you can get them, any little thing you can get them. You don't even have to hit your head. If you swing your neck hard enough and your brain hits the side of your head hard enough, you're gonna get a concussion.
It could be an elbow to the head, could be you falling over and hitting your head, could be colliding heads with another person.
A concussion is a disruption in brain activity. So that might mean it may be transient, or it may be a short-term type thing, or it may be more long-term.
Physically, you get a concussion, it's an awful feeling. Right away, headaches come, your head is pounding, your brain is, concussion, your brain's expanding and is pushing against the sides of your head, so that's gonna hurt. Headaches, nausea, sensitivity to light and sound, that goes on for weeks, if not months at a time.
A headache is the most common symptom. A lot of times they may feel dizzy, they may feel nauseous, they just may feel slowed down, not right, or in a fogginess. It's been described as their HD TV is now unplugged and it's just regular TV. And it just feels like they're in slow motion, like they can't process thought fast enough. The big thing with reoccurrence of concussion is your brain has chemicals outside your brain, inside your brain. And they found that when that disruption occurs, those chemicals reverse. And they found that with another aggravation or another injury or trauma, that situation sets up for a catastrophic situation. And that's where you're going to find a lot of people going into a coma and possible brain death because of swelling.
These guys grow very close-knit over the course of playing, and I think one of the biggest things that they all see that everyone else doesn't get to see is how much time they put in that's not game day, and how hard they're working in practice and over the summer and off by themselves. And when someone gets hurt, I think everybody feels for that guy when they know they're not going to be able to play in the next big game or help out.
Don't give up. You'll be fine. Push through it. These are words that every athlete has heard. But is that really the thing to do? Should we really go until we can't go anymore? Most athletes do. But eventually, everyone reaches a point where they can't go anymore.
I had to give up contact sports because of concussions. That's taken a huge toll on me mentally and emotionally, because I gave those up in March of 2013, and I've had an extremely hard time filling the void. I joined a bowling league up in Medford, and that was good as like a temporary fix. I joined the bowling team here at school last winter, and that just didn't do it for me. It didn't really provide the excitement, wasn't exactly the team atmosphere I was hoping for. We were all kind of competing for each other to stay on the varsity team, and it wasn't really what I was looking for. And it's just really hard because everything I try, it just gets more frustrating because nothing I've done, and I don't know if there's anything I can do to fill the void that was left by the sports. So this year I joined the musical, and that's actually provided a pretty good atmosphere for me. Does it completely fill the void? Absolutely not, but it's better than I had it in the past couple years. It's nice to be doing something as opposed to sitting at home doing nothing. It's nice to be at the musical with my friends, doing something that we all care about, but it's not the same, and I don't think it'll ever be the same, but I have to live with the decision I made, so.
After multiple concussions, an athlete could be sidelined permanently, but this is not the end. There are many activities to participate in, like plays, clubs, or announcing games as a sportscaster. There's also the option to be an athletic trainer or a team manager in order to stay more involved in sports. These activities may not fulfill the gap left by sports, but they can help a student athlete find a new direction in life.